So in the last session, we have discussed about the various of field types. And upon creating the field, what are the various data types are available that we have discussed. And each and every data type is having some set of properties. Those properties also we have discussed. Like we have discussed almost 19 data types which has been given by Salesforce, which has to be used upon creating the field. So whenever we are creating a new field, in order to indicate what type of data that column can hold, we have to use these data types. Any one of the data type we have to select for each and every column. Now let's see, by using these data types, how can we create a field in Salesforce. For example, assume that I'm having a position object. So inside my position object, I'm having some set of fields. What fields are available? Upon creating this object position, Salesforce has given that 5 fields to me. Like the ID field, name field, owner field, created by, and last modified by. These are the 5 fields has been given by Salesforce by default. Now tell me, whenever I'm posting a new job information, or whenever I'm posting some new requirement information, now just the position name is sufficient? No. Whenever we're posting some job, then we have to specify what is the job title. That means what is the job name or the position name. Like some Java developer, manual tester, Salesforce administrator. Like that we have to give some position name. Along with that, we have to provide some more details also. Okay, we have to provide some more details also. Like we have to specify for which location this position is associated. Is this position is for Hyderabad location, Bangalore location, Chennai location, Mumbai location, where? We need to indicate. And then along with that, we have to specify how many vacancies are available. How many positions are available? Either 1 position, 3 position, 5 position, what? And then what is the maximum budget for this position? And what is the position description? And what skills they are expecting for this position? Everything we have to provide. So in this case, now here in this case, we don't have all those columns. We don't have all those columns inside this table. So now just now we are having that we can able to enter the position name, that's it. But just the position name is not sufficient. We need to provide some more details also related to the position. Like we have to specify the position, location, maximum budget, position description, and so many other fields also. Now let's see. So what fields are required to store the position details? So now when coming to the position object here, I would like to have some fields. For every position, I would like to have a unique identification number, nothing but a reference number I want. So that here, I would like to create a field called as position ID. So now, for every position, I would like to have a sequence number, nothing but a code, where I would like to have the position ID should be look like this. PID hyphen 100001, like this. It should have PID hyphen a 6-digit number. I would like to use this format in order to create a new position record. This is for the position ID here. Now, in this case, what type of data type we need to select? For that one, I would like to have a field type called as auto number. I would like to use this data type as auto number, and then I would like to specify the format like this. I want the position name field. So position name we no need to create because position name field is already available over here. So this is a standard field. This is a standard field. Next, the location. So now I would like to specify like as Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune. So from that one, we need to select that for which location the position is required. So for that one, I would like to have a field type called as pick list, where I would like to specify the list of values. List of values should be look like this: Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai. Like that, we can populate the values here. Next one, I would like to have the position status. What exactly the position status over here? So in this case, I would like to have some list of values. Initially, the position will be the new position here. As soon as whenever I'm creating a new position record, so then the new position will be having the default status as new position. So now, once the position record has been created, then in my organization, the finance team has to approve the budget. Then only we can assign this position to the HR people so that they can start recruiting the candidates for the position. So now here in this case here, okay, now here in this case, as a second option, I would like to have the open approve. That means the budget has to be get approved by the finance team. And then the HR people will start recruiting the candidates so that they will specify in progress. And then upon recruiting the candidates, they can able to recruit the candidates also. So that here, once they have recruited, I'm specifying recruited. Okay, I'm specifying recruited. And then after that, I would like to specify that. Now, whenever the project is on hold, then they are going to specify the position also on hold. And then once the position has been recruited, then I would like to close the position. These are the various options. So that here I would like to use field type called as pick list. So, but in this case, now whenever I'm trying to be creating a new position record, new position should be the default one. Should be the default option. I want to make this option as a default. Now, next one, I would like to specify that remaining details. Like, I would like to specify the number of vacancies. How many vacancies are available over here? I would like to create a pick list field. I would like to make this field as mandatory. Okay, mandatory. And here I would like to populate the values 0 to 20. Yes, sorry, the 0 to 20. Okay, number of vacancies I'm specifying up to 0 to 20 inside that. From that, how many vacancies are available, we have to select that. Now, the next field. What is the minimum budget here? Nothing but the minimum pay. So now how much they can able to offer minimum? What is the minimum salary they can offer for this position? So now pay in the sense money. Money can be referred in terms of what data type, currency. I would like to make it as a currency data type. And then maximum budget. Okay, the maximum budget. What is the maximum salary they can offer for this position? So it is also the currency. So that as a HR person, I want to know what is the maximum salary. Based on that, I can find out the candidates for this position. So that here I want to know that the maximum budget. So that I want to make it as mandatory field. And next one, the position open date. That means from which date the position is in open status. Okay, from which date the position is in open status. I want to know that. For that one, I would like to use a field data type called as date type. And the milestone date. That means by what date the position has to be get closed. So now, in this case, I would like to specify the date data type. The two, this should be a mandatory field. I want to make it as mandatory. So now, as a HR person, I want to know. So now, what is the maximum close date? So that based on that, I will recruit the candidates as soon as possible. Next, so I would like to specify the HR email ID. Suppose if any of the candidates' profile is exactly matching with this requirement, they can send that profile. To which HR email ID I would like to specify the field. So which will be of type, email type, and I would like to make this field as mandatory. And next, HR contact number. The contact number of the HR person who is dealing with this position here. So for that one, I would like to make this field as phone type. Next. So for this position, do we have any on-site opportunities exist or not? So for that one, I'm specifying travel required. Travel is required for this position or not? So for that one, I would like to have it as a checkbox tag. Now, for this position, passport is required or not? Because when you go to some organizations, passport is a mandatory field. Without the passport, they can't release the offer letters. So that here, they're indicating that passport is mandatory or not. So for that one, I'm making it as checkbox. What is the job description? So what is the job description? So I need to specify the position description over here. So for this position description, I would like to make this field as text area long. Why? Because I would like to specify some more information about the position description. If I am using a normal text area will not be sufficient because text area will allow up to 255 characters only. But I want more number of characters. I want to enter some more information. For that one, I want that long text area. And then the skills required. That means what skills that we are expecting from the candidate. So for that one, I would like to have. In this case, upon specifying that skills that we are expecting, I need to highlight some skills also. Because candidate should be compulsorily a certified person. Our candidate should be having compulsorily with the US clients interaction. Candidate should have the experience on the agile methodology. Like that. Some skills we need to highlight. If you want to highlight those things, then what we can do, we need to select that data type of text area rich. Okay, text area rich. So these are the various fields that we need inside the position object over here. So we need that position ID field, okay, which is the reference ID for my internal reference purpose. And then position name, location field, position status field, number of vacancies, minimum pay, maximum budget, open date, milestone date, HR email ID, contact number, travel required, passport required, position description, and the skills required. These are the various of fields are required for me. So now here in this case, how can we create these fields over here? Okay, now let's see how to create these fields. Now whenever we are creating the fields, we have the two ways are available. One is standard navigation. Second one is schema builder. Okay, second one is schema builder. Schema builder concept we'll see later. Okay, in the further sessions we'll see the schema builder concept. Now, so now here in this case here, how to create the fields by using standard navigation. Now let's see what exactly the navigation process. The navigation. How to create the fields, now let's see. So now, in order to create the field, we have to go to the respective objects tab first. Click on the required objects tab. And then expand the force.conf quick access menu. Click on view fields link. And then go to the custom fields and relationships section. Click on new button to create a new field. Select the required data type from the list. Select the required data type from the list and then click on next button. And then enter the field details. That means the field label, field name, and the description, and select the other required options. Whatever the options that you need, we can specify that. and then click on next button. Select the visible checkbox to make the fields to be visible to all profile users, and then click on next button, and then click on save button. So this is the navigation process over here. So in this case, whenever I'm creating the field, then automatically that field will be getting visible to you on the user interface by default. Okay. So upon creating the field will be getting visible to you on the user interface by default. No need to add that field onto the user interface. That will be adding automatically by default over here. Now let's see how can we create these fields. Now let's see practically in this case. So now first field, one by one, we'll create each and every field. I would like to create a position ID field over here. Now, so this is my position object. So click on this position objects tab, and then expand this force.com quick access menu. Here the force.com quick access menu is available. Expand this one. Click on view fields link. Okay, there is an option called as view fields. Click on this view fields link. Click on view fields. Now it is providing the fields information. This you know that already. Now these are the various standard fields which has been given by Salesforce by default. Now I want some more custom fields also, so that here I would like to go with that custom fields and relationships section. So now go to this section, custom fields and relationships section. In order to create the custom fields, here you will be having a button called as new button. To create a new custom field, we need to go with this new button. Click on this new button. Now it is asking you to select the data type. What type of data type you want to use? So it is providing the auto number. And then these are the relationship data types. We'll see that. These are separate. Okay. In the further concept, we'll see that. And then after that, we are having the data types. Like as checkbox type, you know. And then currency type. Date, you know that. Date time, you know that. Email type, we have discussed. Geolocation, number, percent, phone, pick list multi-select, text type, text area long, text area rate, text encrypted, time. All these data types we have discussed. Their properties also we have discussed one by one. So now here in this case, which data type do we need to select for my position ID? I would like to go with that auto number. So now select this auto number data type over here. Select this radio button. Click on next button. Now specify the field details. Okay, with which name you want to create a field. I would like to create a field with the name, some reference ID. Okay, I would like to have the field name, like as instead of position ID, we can have a reference ID also here. Display format. Now what is the format that you want for this field? You know that. I want a 6-digit number. Okay, I want a 6-digit number over here. So that PID hyphen 6-digit number should be available. Starting number. I would like to specify 300001. That means my first position record ID should be, starting with the PID hyphen 300001. For the second position record, PID hyphen 300002. Like that, it will be keep on incrementing the value by 1. So in this case, from now onwards, whatever the records I am going to create inside my position object, for those records it will generate the value. Okay. From now onwards, whatever the records I am creating inside my position object, for those records it will generate the sequence number. Then whatever my existing records, suppose when I go to my position object already I am having 3 records are available here. So now what about these 3 records? For this one also, do you want to assign the position ID? Then at that time, already you are aware of that. There is a checkbox is available here. Now, generate auto number for existing records. So each and every property we have discussed. Now, select this checkbox over here. And then click on next button. Now, so make this field to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. So because I want to display this field for all the users inside my organization, so that I'm selecting this visible checkbox. Now click on next button and then make it save. Okay. Now automatically a new field has been getting created here. So what is that field it has created? When you go to my custom fields, let's see. There is a column has been created with the name reference underscore ID underscore underscore C. So this is the column has been created by Salesforce over here. Okay, here the column has been created, which is of type auto number here. Okay, like that we need to create each and every field one by one. Now let's go with that here. We are done with that first field. Next one, the second field here, position name, that we no need to create, that field is already there because that is a standard field in Salesforce. Let's go to that new button. You will be having that standard field, position name is available. Next one, the location field. I would like to create the location field which is of type pick list. Let's see. So go to that, click on that new button to create a new custom field. I would like to create a field of type pick list. So select that pick list data type. Go to the next button. Specify the field label as location name, and then I want to enter some value. Inside my pick list, what values you want to enter? Go to the values property. Select the second radio button over here. Okay, select this radio button. Enter values. I want to display the values over here, like as Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, Mumbai, Noida, Delhi, and Kochi. So these are the values I would like to populate. So enter each and every value in a separate row. Now, so whatever the values are populating over here, I don't want to display in the same order. I want to arrange these values in the alphabetical order so that there is a checkbox is available to you. So select this checkbox over here. Display values in alphabetically. I would like to select this checkbox. Now, when coming to that here, go to the next button. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Go to the next. Make it save in new because I want to create one more field. So click on save in new. See, when you go to the user interface, refresh the user interface here. Now observe this one. Field is available onto my page layout. Field is available on my user interface automatically. Location field has been populated. We no need to add this field manually, that will be adding automatically by Salesforce. So now inside this location field, it is populating all the values, whatever we have entered, and those values are getting visible to you in the alphabetical order by default over here. Now, the next field. The next field is what? We need to create that position status. That is also of type pick list. So select that pick list data type. Click on next button. Field label is the position status. I'm populating the values over here inside this, like as new position, open approved, in progress, recruited, on hold, closed. So these are the various statuses that we can have. In this case, I want to make this new position as a default one. That means the first one will be the default one. So that there is a checkbox called as use first value as the default value. So for that one, I want to set that first value as a default one. So that I'm selecting this checkbox. Next, go to the next button. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile user. Remaining steps are same, no change. Go to the next. Make it save and new. Now let's go to that user interface. See that user interface. Refresh the user interface now. Now it is populating here. Position status field also has been added. Now all the options are available, but the first option is getting visible to you by default. For the location, default option is none. For the position status, default option is new position here.
Firoz,
Yeah.
we already created the position ID, na? What is the position ID field?
Yeah, position ID is what? Auto number, right? Auto number will be generating by Salesforce when upon creating the record. So that here, that field will not be visible to inside this static layout over here. That will be read-only field, right? That will be getting visible whenever you are going to be opening an existing record.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Now, that's what we have discussed, that auto number field is a read-only system generated field. It is a system generated field here. Okay? So this value will be getting generated whenever you are creating that new record inside your object here. Now, the next field, I would like to have the number of vacancies, which is of type pick list. So let's create that field. Create a field of type pick list. Go to the next. I'm specifying that number of vacancies. Now, I would like to enter some values. How many positions are available? It may be 0 positions, 1 position, 2, 3, 4, like that up to 20.
Because if you select global pick list value set, what would happen?
Now, we have to create the global pick list first. That concept will be a separate one. That's what here I am not using that option. Okay. Global pick list means, suppose for example, I would like to have a country field. That country field, not only in my position object, in other objects also I need that. So that instead of creating that field in every object separately, make it as a global. We can create the field once and then we can refer wherever you want. For that one, they have given that global pick list option. Okay. So we have to create that global pick list first. That will be a separate concept that will be in the next sessions. We'll see that. Now, so these are the values I would like to populate inside my pick list field. And then I would like to make this field mandatory. So that here I'm selecting this required checkbox to make that
Firoz, I
value.
have a doubt.
Yeah.
In here, the values you have entered is up to 20, right?
Yes.
If we have to enter for 100, is that mandatory that we have to type all the numbers over there?
We have to type all the things here. Okay. If you want to display up to 100, we have to type all the things. At that time, if you are going to be entering the position numbers up to 100, then instead of using the pick list field, we can select that, we can like as a normal text box. There we can allow only the number data type values. Okay?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Now, click on next button in order to make that field to be get visible. So now that field I would like to make it visible here and for each and every record. Go to the next button, make it save and new because I want to create some more fields. Let's go to your user interface, refresh the user interface. Now here I got that field with the name, number of vacancies, which will be of type pick list, which is a mandatory field because it is indicating a red color bar symbol. Now once you expand this one, we can able to see all these options. So how many vacancies are available that we need to select over here. Now, the next one. Next field is minimum pay. Okay, minimum pay which will be of type currency type. So now let's go to that. The next field will be of type currency data type. Select the data type as currency. Go to the next. Specify the field label. Minimum pay. I would like to allow maximum of a 10-digit number because that already we have discussed. Currency data type will allow you to enter up to an 18-digit number including decimal points values as well here. But no, I don't want that much of big number. I want that maximum of 10-digit number should be get allowed. That will be sufficient for my requirement. So that here I am entering the number of characters to be get allowed is 10. Go to the next button. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Now make it save in view. I want to create one more. That is maximum budget. So that is also of type currency. Selecting that currency data type. Go to the next button. The field label I'm giving like as maximum budget. Here also I would like to allow maximum of a 10-digit number. I want to make this field mandatory because I want to know, as a HR person, I want to know what is the maximum budget my company can offer. Based on that, I will find out the candidate's profiles. Suppose if the candidate is currently getting more than what we are expecting, then I don't want to go with that candidate's profile because it's a waste of time. Definitely he won't join my company because currently he is getting more than what we are offering. Now, so that I would like to make this field as mandatory. We want to know what is the maximum budget they have for this position. Based on that, we can find out the candidates' profiles. Now, go to the next. Go to the next. Make it save and new. Now, let's go to that fields. Refresh the user interface. Now here we got that fields, minimum pay and the maximum budget. The next one. The next fields will be open date and the close date. So both will be of type date type. So that I'm creating the date field. Go to the next. Specify the field label as the open date. Now click on next button. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Make it save and new. And I want to create one more field which is of same data type, that is date, because here I want to specify that close date, nothing but the milestone date. So I'm indicating that the milestone date. That means the close date or the maximum date. So I want to make this milestone date as mandatory. As a HR person, I want to know. So what is the target date for the position here? Now go to the next button. Go to the next. Make it save and new. So now let's go to my user interface, verify the fields. I got those two new fields also over here. Now the open date field is available. Milestone date also. Here we can able to select the milestone date by using this pop-up calendar automatically. Next one, I would like to create the HR's email ID field here, so that I'm selecting the data type as email. Go to the next. I'm specifying that field name as HR email ID. I want to make this field as mandatory, so that here I'm selecting the required checkbox. Go to the next. Click on next and make it save and new. Now I want to create the one more field to store that contact number. Contact number will be of type what? Phone. So that select the data type as phone. Go to the next. I'm specifying the field label as HR contact number. So I don't want to make this field required here. Go to the next. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Now make it save and new because I want to create some more fields. Let's refresh the user interface. Now I got that HR email ID field as well as HR contact number field also. Next one. The next field type is checkbox type because I want to create a field called as travel required and the passport required. Both will be of type checkbox, so that I'm selecting checkbox here. Go to the next. I'm indicating that the travel required. So now by default the checkbox should be get unselected, so that here default option is unchecked option. Go to the next. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Make it save and new. Next, one more field that will be of type checkbox again. I'm selecting the checkbox type. Go to the next. I'm giving the field label as passport required. Go to the next. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users and make it save and new. Refresh this user interface. Now both the checkboxes are available to you over here. You can see both the checkboxes. Now, so we have to create two more fields over here. Position description. That will be of type what? Text area long. So that I'm selecting the text area long. So go to the next. I'm giving the position, the field as position description, where it will allow maximum of 131,072 characters. That already we have discussed that, but I don't want this many. I want to specify that here, 10,000 characters. That is sufficient for me here. And then in how many lines the content should be get visible? I want to display in 5 lines, so that I'm indicating number of lines to be visible 5. Because every property we have discussed during our concept over here. Already we have discussed each and every data type and their properties we have discussed. Now, let's go to that next button. Make that field to be get visible to all the profile users. Make it save and new, because I would like to create one more last field. Now, let's verify the user interface. Now we got a field, position description, which will be having a text area. Next one, skills required. This is of type text area rich, so that I am selecting text area rich. Go to the next button, specify that field label. Like as I would like to specify the skills required. Here also it will allow the same length, but I would like to give up to some 10,000 characters is the maximum. I want to allow the 10 lines of content to be get visible at a time. And then go to the next button. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users. Make it save. Done. We are done with creating all the fields over here. When you come down to the custom fields and relationships section, here we can see all these columns here. These are the actual column names inside my table here. These are the actual column names inside my table, that you are aware of that. During that standard field and custom field we have discussed that. So field label is only for the display purpose, and this field name is the actual column name inside my table over here. So these are the column names. Suppose in future, whenever if you want to query the data from this database table, from this position table, we have to use these columns only. Don't use the field labels. Always use field name or API names.
Even for standard fields also there will be API name, right?
But for the standard field, you will be having the field name. Okay, this is the field name.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to the user interface. Refresh this. Now you will be getting that field also. Now skills required, which is having that text area long, and along with that it will be having the formatting options also too. So this is how we are going to be creating the fields inside our object.
Hi Feroz, how can we adjust fields in a form like rearranging and all this stuff?
Sorry?
How can we rearrange all the fields on a form like specifically like
What will be
based on our...
that will be the next concept, like as page layout customization. By using this page layout customization feature, we can able to arrange the fields in the whatever the order that you want. That will be the next concept.
Okay.
Okay. So now here in this case, whenever I'm creating this field, all the fields are getting visible onto my user interface automatically. So generally when you go to some other programmings like as Java, .NET or any other programming language, we have to create the fields separately inside the table, and then we have to add the fields onto your user interface, and we have to build the business logic. But in Salesforce, no need to do all these things by our own. So whenever I'm creating a field inside my object, automatically the column will be adding to the table, and then user interface will be getting prepared by Salesforce, and then business logic also will be giving by Salesforce automatically. So as of now, we have added the fields, and then we have observed the user interface. Now I want to test the business logic also over here. Suppose after entering the data in all the fields, when I click on this save button, will my record will be saved or not? I would like to cross check that. Then I will get the confirmation that Salesforce is providing business logic also for this one here. Now, let me test this one. So I would like to enter some position details. I'm creating a new position record information. Like for example here, assume that I'm creating a position with the name some DevOps lead. Okay, so we are expecting a DevOps position. Okay, for that position we need a lead person. Now the location is for some Hyderabad. Position status is a new one. Number of vacancies, we have 2 positions are available. And the minimum pay we can able to offer some 12 lakhs. Maximum pay some 15 lakhs. Is our budget. Open date will be the today's date here. Today is the position is open. Now we need to close this position by May 23rd. I'm giving the target date to my HR people till the May 23rd. They have to close the position. They have to recruit the 2 candidates for the DevOps position. And the HR email ID, I'm giving some email ID here. Santosh@some gmail.com. And the contact number of the HR person, I'm giving some value. Now I'm giving the position description, like as some required 4+ years of experience in DevOps implementation. Okay, DevOps implementation. Next, the skills required. I'm giving this information. Required 4+ years of experience in DevOps team as a lead. Now, should be able to handle a team of 5 members. Should have the experience on the tools like TFS, Team Foundation Server, and the GitHub, Ansible, Chef, Puppet, and then Jenkins, like that. I'm specifying that. In this case, now the member should be a technical lead, so that here he should be able to handle the team. So that I would like to highlight this one, so that make it as bold. I'm going to be highlighting this one here. And then especially we are expecting the experience on TFS and the Jenkins. I want to highlight this one. So it depends upon your requirement, what are the things that you want, we can able to make it highlight. So now here I have entered my position description and the skills what we are expecting from the candidate for this position. I have entered all the details. So once you have entered all the details, then click on Save button. As soon as once you click on that Save button, automatically with these details, it has to create a new record for me inside my position object. So now, click on Save button. Now your position record has been created successfully with the name DevOps Lead, and this is the position details over here. These are the various details are available for my position inside this. Now, there is a position record is available to you. So now my position record has been created successfully. That means business logic is also available over here. So that upon creating the field, okay, then automatically Salesforce is adding the column to the table. It will be adding that column onto the user interface also, and it is preparing the business logic also automatically by default. So that all the 3 layers of your application functionalities will be available in one shot. So upon building that application, whatever the database, whatever the user interface, whatever the business logic is required, everything will be building by Salesforce in one shot for you. So that no need to design the user interface manually, no need to build the business logic manually. Everything will be done by the Salesforce for you in one shot because of ORM, Object Relationship and the Mapping feature.
Because what's a business logic here? You're just creating fields and then you're adding a value, so it's getting saved in database. So
yeah,
what is the business?
the business logic will be providing by the Salesforce in terms of a class. Okay, business logic will be giving in terms of a class. Okay, that class is whatever the object you have created with the same name, it is creating a class for you. But this class we can't see, but we can use this class to interact with the table through programming. As part of data, as part of development, we are going to be using these classes only over here. Because we don't want to use user interface to manage the records, I would like to go with the programming through these classes only here. Okay. So, but in this class here, how this class will be prepared by Salesforce, in this class, what it contains, we'll explain that concept over here. But the class will not be visible to you. We can't see this class code. What business logic they have written, what methods are available, okay, we can't see that. But we can get that information as well. We'll see that concept over here during the development. Okay. Now, generally, all these things we have to do in the other programming, but in Salesforce, everything will be doing by Salesforce itself for you. Now, so in this case here, we have created a record with the name some DevOps lead. So now it is showing only the position names over here. But not only displaying the name, I want to show the other columns also inside my table here. How can we customize? You know that concept here. In our starting classes itself, we have discussed that. I want to customize the recent records section. Go to that first Start Quick Access menu. Click on here, you will be having an option called as Edit Columns. Now, so expand the first Start Quick Access menu. Here you will be having an option called as Edit Columns. Click on Edit Columns and then specify what columns information you want to make it visible. As of now, it is showing the position name. I want to show that position reference number also. So that select the position reference ID, and then I would like to specify the position location, and then I want to show the position status, and I would like to show that maximum budget, and then the milestone date, and how many number of positions are available. I want to show all this information here. Select this columns information. Now click on Save. Automatically, all these columns information will be getting visible to you. Here is the position record. This is the reference ID, location, position status, maximum budget, milestone date, and the number of vacancies. All this information will be getting visible to you over here, so that we can see. Suppose if you want to create one more position here for the Bangalore location, just to make that record as clone, instead of having that location Hyderabad, I'm selecting like as some Bangalore. Number of vacancies are some 1, and then we can able to specify maximum salary we can able to offer as some 17 lakhs over here. And then milestone date, I'm giving only very less time because I need the candidate very immediately over here. It's an immediate based position over here. So I need that candidate on immediate basis and the candidate by 14th of this May. Now, I'm specifying the details over here. Now click on Save. Automatically, one more record will be getting created with the same details. Now here we have created one more position with the same name, DevOps lead. So this is for the Bangalore location. This is also a new position. We can offer maximum some 17 lakhs. This is the close date and the number of vacancies are 1. Like that here, we can create that multiple positions also just by cloning this record as well. The possibilities are available. So this is the way we can able to create the fields inside our object here. Because upon creating the object by default, Salesforce is giving the 5 fields to me, but those 5 fields are not sufficient. As part of my business need, as part of my application requirement, we need some more fields to be get added so that we can create our own custom fields based on the requirement up to 500 fields per object. For a single table, we can add maximum of 500 fields in free developer edition. If you are using this unlimited edition of Salesforce, then in unlimited edition of Salesforce, we can able to create maximum of 800 custom fields also per an object over here. Okay, that possibility is available. This is the way we are going to be creating the fields inside your object. Next one. The next feature is page layouts. So what exactly a page layout? What it represents? So how many page layouts are available for an object? And how do we know what page layouts has been given by the Salesforce for my object? And how many modes are available for each and every page layout? When those modes will be getting opened? And how can we customize this page layout? And what we can customize by using page layout customization? And what we can't customize? We'll see all these options. Now, so what do you mean by page layout first? Let's see. Page layout is nothing but a graphical user interface. That's it, nothing else. See, whenever I'm creating an object, Salesforce is providing a tab, right? Tab is providing what? Graphical user interfaces. How? Because of this page layout only. Behind the tab, you will be having page layout. Because of the page layout only, we are getting some user interfaces to insert the record, to update the record, to delete the record, to restore the records here. In order to perform all the DML operations, whatever the user interfaces are required, those will be given with the page layout itself. So that page layout provides a collection of graphical user interfaces. Okay, page layout provides a collection of graphical user interfaces in order to perform the DML operations on your records. So whatever the DML operations you want, whatever the insertion, updation, deletion, and the retrieval of the deleted records, each and every operation we can able to perform with the help of page layout itself. So now here in this case here, when coming to the page layout, now make a note of this one. Page layout provides a set of graphical user interfaces. A set of graphical user interfaces to be used to manage the records inside the associated object. Now, by using page layout, we can perform all the DML operations on the object records. We can perform all the DML operations on the object records. Now, in this case, who will create this page layout? Salesforce. When upon creating the object here. Now, whenever I'm creating an object in Salesforce, automatically Salesforce will create a page layout for my object here. Upon creating the object, Salesforce will create a page layout by default. Upon creating the object, Salesforce will create a page layout. Now in this case, you can raise a question. Sir, can I have some more page layouts for my same object? Yes, there is a possibility here. Depends upon the requirement, we can have the multiple page layouts also. Okay, we can have the multiple page layout. That means multiple user interfaces also. Like for whenever the user one has creating the record, it has to display the different user interface. When the user 2 is creating the record, it has to display the different user interface. So that here, we can able to have the multiple page layouts also for a single object. And we can create our own custom page layouts for an object based on the application requirement. Based on the application requirement, we can create some more page layouts also for the same object. That possibility is available to you. So based on the user, we can able to show some different page layouts also. That possibility will be available to you. So now here in this case here, when coming to the page layout, each and every page layout contains the two modes. Okay, every page layout contains two modes. Each page layout contains the below two modes. First one is the edit mode, which is also called as edit page, which is also called as edit layout. Second one is the detail mode, which is also called as detail page, which is also called as a detail layout. Okay, any one other terminology. So we are having two modes are available: edit mode and the detail mode, or edit page or detail page, or edit layout or detail layout, any one of that. So now here in this case here, then what is this edit mode? When this edit mode will be getting opened? When coming to the edit mode is going to be displaying the page fields inside the editable format. Okay? Whatever the fields are there inside my page layout, those fields will be getting visible to you in the editable format over here. Now, edit mode will represent all the fields inside the object in editable format. All the fields inside the object in the editable format here. Now, in this case, when this edit mode will be getting opened here. Now let's see. For example, assume that I'm having a position object over here. Okay. Now, soon I would like to create a record. So that I'm click on this new button. Once you click on new button, now it is providing the fields here. Now tell me, these fields are in editable format or read-only format? Editable format only, so that I can enter some data to create some new records inside this. That means what? Is it an edit layout or not? Yes. That's what it is indicating, that position layout is in editable format here. So there is a position layout in editable format. So that here, when coming to that edit layout is going to be representing all the fields in the editable format here. So that here, as soon as once you click on the new button to create a new record, then all the fields will be getting visible in the editable format over here, so that we can enter some new data to create a new record inside this. This is one thing. Second one, for example, I'm opening an existing record here. This is my existing record. Now I want to modify some of the values. For example, I'm a HR person. I have started recruiting the candidates over here, so that I would like to change this one. So click on this edit button. I'm changing the status to in progress. I have started recruiting that. Now in this case, now tell me, is this format is what? Edit layout or detail layout? Edit layout again here. That means what? Again the fields are in editable format to you. Okay, just we are updating this one. So now when this page has been opened, when I click on edit button, that means what? Edit mode will be getting opened upon click on new button or upon click on edit button. So as soon as once you click on that new button to create a new record, or edit button to modify an existing record, automatically Salesforce is going to be representing that edit mode to you, where all the fields will be getting visible to you in the editable format. Now, so in this case here, I'm giving that node format. Edit page will get opened upon click on new button or edit button. Upon click on this new button or edit button, automatically edit mode will be getting open for you, which will represent all the fields inside the object in the editable format. Second one, the detail mode or the detail page here. So detail mode is what here? It is going to be giving the detailed information of the record. So whatever the record you have created, that record's detailed information will be giving by this particular page itself here. So now whatever the record we have created, that record's detailed information. That means what record you have created, and then when you have created, and what values you have entered. The detailed information we can see inside this detail page over here. Then when it will get opened here, now let's see. Suppose for example, I have modified the values. Once I click on the save button, what will happen? Record has been created successfully. It is going to be giving the detailed information of my record here. Position record, layout in detail format here. This is the details of the record which are created. So please see these details. If there is any corrections are required, so that you can do the modifications as well again here. That means what? After entering the data, once you click on the save button, automatically it is saving the record into my object. It will redirect the user to the detail page. So that detail page will be getting open upon click on that save button. So as soon as once you click on the save button, automatically detail page will be getting open for you over here, so that we can see the detailed information of the record which we have created. Now, detail page will represent the detailed information of the record. The record along with the related HLD records information. Now, detail mode will get open upon click on save button. As soon as once you click on that save button, automatically then Salesforce is saving my record into my respective object, and it will be redirecting the user to the detail page of the record, so that we can see the detail page, detailed information of the record itself. Now, so now here in this case, how can we see the page layouts? What page layouts are available in Salesforce? For this position object, what page layouts are available? How can we see that here? View the page layouts. So how to view the page layout over here? In order to view the page layout, we are having a specific navigation here. So that click on the required objects tab. For example, positions, and expand the post.com quick access menu. Click on view object link, and then go to the page layouts section. Go to the page layouts section. So this is the navigation process to see what page layouts has been given by Salesforce. So for every object, Salesforce will provide only one page layout automatically by default. Okay, for every object, Salesforce will provide only one page layout. Apart from that, if you want some more page layouts, then we can able to create. That possibility is available. Not only that one, we can able to add some more page layouts. We can create some more page layouts for that same object based on your application requirement. So now here in this case here, whenever we are going for that object, for every object, Salesforce is providing one page layout by default over here. And then according to the business need, we can able to add some more page layouts also in order to display the different types of user interfaces to the different users inside my application over here. Now, let's see that page layout. Go to your Salesforce instance, click on your positions objects tab, expand the post.com quick access menu. Click on view object link. Here you will be having a section. When you come down, you will be having a section called as page layouts section. See, there is a page layouts section. Inside this page layout section, Salesforce has given one page layout that is called as position layout. For my position object, the default layout which has been given by Salesforce called as position layout. This is the position layout which has been given by Salesforce over here. Suppose if you want to create some more page layout, there is a new button is available so that we can able to create some more page layouts also based on your application requirement. So it depends upon your application requirement, we can able to add some more page layouts also, whatever you want. Then how many page layouts you can create? N number of. There is no limitation. You can create n number of page layouts also for a single object. That possibility is available to you. Okay. No. So in this case here, when coming to my page layout, it is representing the fields over here like this, one by one. Whenever I'm creating a new field, automatically the fields are getting visible in a single column, like as in one by one. In a single column, all the fields are getting visible one by one here. But if the fields are getting visible one by one, then this is not looking like good attractive. It is not looking like good for me. So now the look and feel is not attractive. So what I want to do is I want to customize this page layout over here. Then how can we customize this one? Because here, for example, when I go to my account object here, they have arranged the fields in a well-ordered manner. Like when you click on new button, see here, they're placing the fields. Now they have added one section called as account information section, and they have added the fields here. Now this is one column, this is the second column, they have arranged the fields. And all the address related fields, they have placed inside that address information section. There is a separate section is available. In this section, they have placed all the address related fields. And the additional information fields, they have placed inside a separate section. Description related fields, they have placed inside a separate section. That means here, the whole fields, they have segregated to the various sections. And that too, they have arranged the fields in two columns also. This is one column, and this is the second column over here. Then like the similar way, how can we customize my user interface? How can we customize my page layout? We'll see in tomorrow's session. Then how to customize this page layout, and then what we can customize, what we can't customize. We'll see practically in tomorrow's session over here. So in tomorrow's session, we can be able to see how to customize the page layout over here. Now, let me give that note point here. We can customize the page layout based on the application requirement as below. How can we customize that? We'll see practically what kind of customizations we can do. We'll see practically in tomorrow's session over here. So now we can do maximum of some 15 to 16 types of customizations we can do in page layout. We'll see what are those customizations one by one in tomorrow's session here. And then we'll be moving forward to one more concept called as schema builder. We'll see a concept called as schema builder. After the schema builder concept, we'll go with the relationship topics. Relationships is a major feature and the two a bit lengthy feature also. Okay. Now, so in tomorrow's session, we'll see how can we customize the page layout, and then how can we use this schema builder, how to create the objects through schema builder, how to create the fields through schema builder, what are the drawbacks are available in schema builder. We'll see practically in tomorrow's session as well. Okay.
Firoz, I have one question.
Yeah.